Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today it is this short gown, all right, with the ashoke on the front by Total Ninja Women. This is a kimono cut together, all right, gown, short gown. So this is what we'll be treating in this video, cutting in this video. If this is what you're interested in, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. All right, now looking at the dress, it is a short skirt gown, sorry, so therefore our length has to be short, and if you watch, it is a little bit above, about 4 inches above the knee. So let's put that into consideration. Now this is my calculation: my shoulder 16, bust 36, waist 30, hip 42. I added 6 inches to my waist, my bust, waist and hip, because looking at the dress you can see it is free. There is no zip on this dress, there's no button. You can see it is free and it has side pockets. Now on the shoulder I divided it by 2 and it gave me 8. On that 8 I added 2 inches, 6 inches. What is that 6 inches on the shoulder for? The 6 inches added on the shoulder, it is for the sleeve length. It is a kimono and is a cut together. The shoulder and sleeve was cut together, so what I did was just add my sleeve length to my shoulder, all right, and it gave me 14. Because like I said earlier, the dress is very free, so my ease is 6 inches. Your ease can be 8, your ease can be 10, depending on how free or bogus you want it to be. But for me 6 is okay, and for that particular gown 6 should be the minimum you should go for. All right, now you sum it up, then you divide by 4. You already know why we divide by 4, because we fold fabrics into 4 when cutting. That is why you divide by 4. Now my bust after division gave me 10.5, my waist 9, my hip is 12 plus 2 inches. The 2 inches is for sewing allowances. Yours can be 1 inches if you decide. It's matter of choice what you decide to be your sewing allowance. All right, then for the half length you can see we have 6, and for my gown length it is 36. Okay, so that is the calculation. Now I have 2 ashokis for this style. What do I do? I'm really confused, but I wanted you can see this gown is really beautiful and it has touch of blue, right? But the kind of blue it has is not royal blue. It equally have brown, this wine red at the dot of it. So this is the 2 ashoki I have. I'm really confused on which one to use, but as time goes on I will decide. All right, so first thing first, I would have gone straight to the fabric to do the cutting of this dress, but I noticed that each time I do markings on the fabric, it doesn't show as much as it should when it is done on pattern paper. So therefore I will be using pattern paper. It will not even be the length, but when I place it on the fabric I will extend it. I'm using this pattern paper, so for those that do not have idea, will understand easily. So first, my highest calculation should be the shoulder, which is the shoulder plus 6 gives me 14. Therefore I just measured is enough. Now for the length, this is not my length. My length is 36 at most. All right, now it's not the length, therefore I will be cutting. All right, after cutting, when placing it on the fabric I will extend the length. Now first thing is my shoulder. That is what I marked. Okay, once I mark my shoulder, the next thing is my sleeve length. That is how you get to understand what I marked earlier. This is my shoulder XH. Okay, this is my sleeve length. Remember the sleeve, the sleeve part of this gown, there's ashoke there. I'll be attaching ashoke to it, about 2 inches ashoke. Therefore if I have 6 plus 2 it will give me 8. That is why I went for 6, so that when I add the 2 inches it will increase in length. All right, now after that the next thing is for you to mark your armhole depth, and for the course of this video I'm using 9. Mark your half length. Okay, 16. Remember, Once you mark these two lines, from the shoulder you mark your armhole depth, which is 9. Now remember, it's a cut together. Your armhole depth can differ. It can be 10 if you decide. All right, so at that armhole depth, all right, the next thing you need to mark is your bust measurement. Okay, mark your bust measurement. Now that is what I marked here. Remember, my bust is 12, so I just marked that. My bust is 12, my shoulder is 14, so you can see the differences. All right, now having marked that at the armhole depth, you move down to the shoulder part of it. Let's cross check it again. 14. Come down here, mark the 14 again. All right, that is the 14. Once you've done that, you get rule. Okay, you connect it. But first, let's mark the lines first out. Let's mark it out straight so we know. Right at the 14, you mark it 2. Okay, 1. You connect. All right, now once you've connected that, the next thing you should do is the waist. Mark your waist measurement. The waist, on the waist we have 9 inches plus sewing allowance, which is about 11. So you mark your waist measurement. Now once you have marked that, you connect. You need to connect your waist. All right, remember, where you marked your bust is where you're connecting to the waist. Have that at the back of your mind. Okay, where you, from your bust measurement, let's cross check there. That is the bust measurement, that is the waist measurement. Okay, so these are the two places you're to connect. That is it. Get me? Then once you've connected that, you get your French curve. You're trying to curve in from the shoulder part of it. The connection between the bust and the armhole, just like I curved, that particular point needs to be curved this way. You see how I'm curving it? It can go deep if you wish to, but remember, there will be a joining, which is the ashoke joining to this sleeve, so you don't need to go in too much. All right, so once you have curved it, the next thing now is to come down here, mark our hip calculation. Our hip is the same with the shoulder, which is 14, plus the sewing allowance. It is giving us 14 for the hip, so you just mark the same measurements. All right, and connect it down. Like I said earlier, your sewing, your ease can be up to 8, it can be 10. It depends on how free you want it to be on you, but the minimum you can go for that freeness is 6. If you want to achieve that same style and look. Another thing is your neck width. Mark your, now what neck width do you think will be okay? Is it 3 or 3.5? I went for 3.5 and neck depth 2 inches. All right, my neck depth 2, my neck width 3.5. Now if you think 3 or 4 is okay, let me know on the comment section. I went for 3.5. Is 4 better off or 3? Which one do you think is better off? Let me know on the comment section. All right, so what I did now is I'm trying to get the back of this pattern first before, because I'm trying to use one pattern paper to achieve both front and back. Okay, so I will cut. The back is what I'm going for first. It is high back. The front that has V. Okay, now you cut. Watch what I'm cutting. With this way, if you can go this way, you'll be able to use one pattern paper to achieve the front and back of this style. But first, we will be starting with the back. We will be cutting the back first, all right, after cutting the back. Now you can see this part, this waist part. I hate K effect, you know. You hardly see women that has that K effect that works. But for this particular dress, we do not need K effect because it needs to be relaxed. That is why I took that out of it. Okay, we do not need that K effects. You know, the dress needs to be relaxed. And secondly, there is a pocket on it. Okay, so this is it. This pattern, what we do next, you just place it on the fabric, extend the length. All right, place it on the fabric and extend the length. This way I get to minimize my usage of pattern paper. Okay, so this is the fabric. Remember, I'm cutting the front of this dress first, the front first. Okay, let's take it up. You can see I place my tape on top of the paper while I shift it up and be measuring. I need my measurement to be 38. Why did I say 38? Original measurement is 36, but I will be folding the down part of this dress. All right, therefore I will be going for 38, 2 inches for my folding. All right, so see how I connected it straight from this line. You can decide to, you know, go off if you wish to. Make sure the unopened side are even. Any addition should be by the side. Maybe you want it more wider, it is your choice. Remember, it has to be by the side. All right, so I'm trying to adjust this properly so it stays in place. Let's move down so you see what I did. The factory finish edge is the part where I want it to be the folding part, you know, so I don't get to weave. All right, so therefore the shoulder part will come up. Now you cut. Remember to hold it down with pin or whatever you have. Hold it down. It should not move so you don't make mistake. Okay, so this is how you cut it. This is my sleeve part of it. Okay, so the armhole depth, then to the cuff part, heading to the waist. Just like I can see how my cutting was done, I left some space. If you wish to make it more bolder, more bigger, you can do that. It is your choice. Need to move this up a little bit so don't make mistake. All right. Then you cut. You can see the pattern paper is not up to the length of the fabric. When placing it, I just increase the length of the fabric. Now the back part of this style is ready. Our back neck gown, it is ready. All right, guys, if you have any question, drop it on the comment section. Okay, I will attend to it ASAP. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. I do go live when sewing at times, so make sure to subscribe. So we have gotten the back pattern. All we need to do is fold it. Okay, remember the back neck depth is high, the neck width remains the same. Okay, so we are done with the back. I'll get the same paper. Okay, it is now to recut it, to fit into the front pattern. All right, now looking at the front pattern, have that in mind that there is a V on that dress. Therefore, you must achieve that V to avoid choking on the neck. All right, so once you get your rule, you place it. Now at the armhole depth, yes, you don't, at the armhole depth you measure. Let me show you where I mean. This is where you measure the part of your 9 inches for the armhole. 1 inches. You see what I marked? What I marked right now is 1 inches. 1 inches, then you slant your V to that point. Once you slant it to that point, you go straight down to the remaining fabrics. Go down to the remaining fabrics. So this part you need to smoothen it. Shouldn't be sharp. Smoothing it out. Any K effect or a sharp cave effect, please always cut it out. Then watch how I cut. Okay, the 1 inch is extended to the end of the fabric. Have that at the back of your mind. So once you cut that out, you can see our front pattern with the V is ready. So you can see how it looks. You must achieve the V first. It makes it more easy. Achieving the V makes it more easy. So next thing, guys, let's get our fabric and place and cut. Remember the same thing we did to the upper part. The back part is what we do here. First we have to extend and get the length first. All right, push it up. Make sure we get the same 38 at the back. All right, before placing it very well, make sure it is well placed. That's it. Then you get your rule. Get your scissors rather. Remember to pin before cutting. Now I'll be going live for the sewing of this video, but in this video I'll be showing you how to attach the ashoke on the neck. The attached ashoke, I'll be showing you how to do that in this video. Okay, but I'll be going live when sewing this. In this video you'll be seeing how you can attach your ashoke. So the next thing we'll cut the pocket side. cutting the side part of it. I'm still leaving space. So you cut through to the down. Let's shift this up a little bit. Good. That is so the next thing is to cut the front part of it. The center front, that is the V, the part that is open, this part. Okay. If you have not pinned, please do pin down. So guys, as we are cutting, we are shifting it up. Remember, hope you're seeing what we are cutting out. Okay, you can see what is out. So guys, this is our cutting done. All right, next thing is for us to place it together. So next thing is for us to determine which of the ashoke we are to use. Is it this or this blue? For me, I'm falling for the blue. I'm falling for this. You know, I needed a color that will bring it out, you know, make it different. So I think the blue is better off. All right, so this is how you sew it. So guys, you join the shoulder part of it, put the other shoulder here too, join it. This is how you sew it. You sew here. The same sewing will be done on the other part of it too. All right, so let me use needle to hold this down. Let's use pin to hold this down. At this point, the same thing at the edge too. The same process we did on this other shoulder, the same thing we'll do on the other shoulder too. Place it this way, then you sew 1/2 inches. Okay, get rule, pin and hold it down first. Hold the other part. So you can see once the shoulder is joined, it is easy. Okay, now this is our ashoke. Remember, I've cut the ashoke. All right, it was the ashoke was full like this, so I splitted it into two. Okay, with scissors. All right, this is it. So if yours is coming out, you can always use lighter, you know, to hold it. So once you join it, okay, this is how you sew the ashoke. Place it and sew. All right, now let's concentrate on the part of the front where the ashoke met together. All right, so this thing is turned back. All right, so let's turn it to the front. Good, this is how it should be. after sewing. You can see that it is giving us our neckline. What is left is our ashoke. Remember, at this point, if you're not feeling it, it is not correct. So once you attach your ashoke this way, okay, sew it this way. All right, the same way, you can see how I placed it. It will come out this way. Now from here, this is how you place it on top of each. This is how you place it, tiny on top of the shoulder at the point where you want the V to stop. Okay, at the point where you want the V on this ashoke's neck to stop, or where it should stop, you place it on top each other. You can see the ashoke is on top by, just little difference. You can see how I placed it here. Just little difference this way. I think this blue is okay. This blue, so this is how it will look. You can see where I placed it here on top of the other part, of just tiny on top. You can see how I placed it. The same thing with the down part of it. All right, once you hold it down, you sew straight and you will be getting the V. And this is how it looks. So guys, drop your questions on the comment section. I will be attending to it ASAP. Yeah, so this is it. Just tiny on top of the other part of it, on top each other, and it will give you what you're looking at. Okay, do not forget, you have to split the ashoke into two. It has to be splitted. It has to be tiny. If you look at what is on the picture, it's not that bold. So to achieve it, you have to split the ashoke.